Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're joining from. Warm welcome to GSDC AI Tool Challenge. Allow me a minute to share my screen. Here we go. I hope my screen is visible to you all, and thank you everyone for joining today's session. A warm welcome again to Global Skill Development Council Global AI Tool Challenge 2025. My name is Preetham. I'm going to be your host for this session. If you need any assistance during the session, please feel free to reach out to me over the chat box, and I'll make sure that I'll be addressing all your queries. So, as you all must be aware that we have this amazing panel of AI expert aligned for this entire AI tool challenge, which is happening for 100 days now. Do join us on the time slot that is 10:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 p.m. Singapore time. We do have an incredible panel of AI expert who are giving us a live demo session with practical walkthrough. So, do not miss this out. Do join each session of this. Also, before I hand over the speaker to our today's speaker, I would love to introduce our hosting organization, GSDC. We known as Global Skill Development Council. We are a globally recognized certification body, and we do have 100 plus authorized training partner across the globe, and we are accredited by NSI and ABICB, and supported by World Press Hub, which is our official media partner who covers all our events and press releases. We do have 100 plus certification portfolio with us, and we have certified more than 250,000 professionals across the globe. We have 500 SMEs. Those are subject matter experts, industry experts. They work with us closely to design our deliverables. Also, we are associated with 1,000 multinational corporates and 500 Fortune companies and 50 plus universities across the globe. And of course, our current certification portfolio includes certification on emerging technology, agile DevOps, quality compliance, learning and development, digital transformation, and so on. So, in case if you're looking for any of the certification in order to upskill yourself, please feel to reach out to our learning advisors to seek more help or to get more information on the certification. Also, you can check the website which is mentioned below, www.gsdcouncil.org, to get more information and to check all the offerings that GSDC has for all of you. So what all benefits you'll be getting if you opt out the certification from GSDC? You'll become GSDC's member for a lifelong, and with that you'll get a certificate upgrade, and you'll be having access to all our events, workshop, boot camps, and guess what? You'll be having free access to all our exclusive learning program that we do offer, and with that you'll be getting implementation resources, speaker invites, newsletter. We have a lot of benefits with the certification, so to grab this opportunity, to sign up yourself for the certification programs. So, are we ready for it? And what is AI tool challenge? Of course, this is the challenge for all the leaders out there who wants to unlock their potentials, AI potentials, who wants to build their AI skills in order to grow in their career in the current profession of. And we have invited a panel of AI expert who will take us through the live demos, practical walkthrough of each AI tool. So as I mentioned that we have scheduled this challenge for 100 days, and we have done some challenges previously. So do join us for all the remaining challenges as well, as this is going so exciting one. And without any further delay, let me introduce our today's speaker, Pratap Reddy. Pratap has given one session already, and it's very honored to have him again for the another session with GSDC. So Pratap Reddy is a Microsoft AI MVP and AI and data consultant at Synapse. He is an author, global speaker, and blogger, sharing insights on AI development and technology. And he's very passionate about innovation. Pratap is dedicated to advancing the tech community through knowledge sharing and leadership. Pratap, you can have the virtual mic now. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Pritam, for my introduction, and thank you so much for conducting this global, GSDC for 100 days AI tool challenge. Okay, it's honor to me to share my insights to all the tech enthusiasts towards the world. And today we mainly focusing on, I think, Pritam, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, Pratap, we can hear you
Okay.
well. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, before further delay, okay, very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you're from. So today we mainly discuss something about agents and how to deploy agents. So what is the importance of agents? So why we need to use Azure AI Foundry? So what is the importance behind why we need to choose Azure AI Foundry? And so we mainly focusing on retrieval part, RAG as well, like how why we need to use RAG. So why, instead of pre-trained models, why we need to use RAG as a knowledge base, and also everything we need to discuss today's session. So maybe let me know. So once my screen is visible to everyone, so that it is. One second. I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay.
It's not in
Okay.
a full
So
presentation mode yet.
I think I'm in full presentation mode. I think it takes some time.
It is now. It is now. Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So today we, purely deep dive into the Azure AI Foundry. So why we need, what are the key features, and why we need to choose for developing. So why developers mainly choose Azure AI Foundry, and what is the importance of this SDKs and all. So in the part of like a semantic kernel and keyword search and everything, we need to discuss today's session and all. So before further delay, like I would like to introduce myself. I work as a data and AI consultant at Synapse, and I'm an author, I'm a blogger, I'm a speaker, and I hold multi cloud certifications, and I hold 8x Azure certified as well. And yeah, so and moreover, like I'm an Microsoft most valuable professional in the category of artificial intelligence. So if you have any queries related to the artificial intelligence, deep learning, NLP, like neural networks, whatever it may be, just reach out to me. Like I'm happy to collaborate with you, and we can do some miracles in the AI world. Okay, and now coming to the session, so the main concept is like from concept to creation. Like I'm an individual guy. Like I have, like, for example, let's assume like I'm a student, I'm an individual professional, like I have a lot of ideas. Like I don't know where I need to implement my ideas into actions. So this is a like so if you have any ideas, if you have any thoughts to create something, so the best product, the best service is Azure. So Azure, we have infinite number of opportunities where we can create miracles, like so from concept to creation. So same way, like I can also, like if I have any thoughts, I have any ideas, so I just want to implement into the actions, like definitely I'll choose Azure AI Foundry, because Azure AI Foundry is having a n number of opportunities. Like we have the model catalog, we can choose the different models from this model catalog. I need to compare them. I need to compare with the cost and scalability and efficiency and accuracy. Everything I can compare with the model benchmark as well. And so these are the like basic concept. So if you have any same way, for example, let's say we have a number of business requirements. So where I want to integrate, where I want to integrate agents with the help of Azure AI Fund. I mean any cloud providers. We have a number of frameworks we are available. So same way, like we have Azure AI Foundry as well. So let us, whenever if you want to create something the main thing is so we have some SDLC, right? So the same thing, like from concept to creation, we use to Azure AI Foundry. Let's move to the some other thing. There are some of the why I choose Azure AI. Why we have Azure AI? Like we have different things, we have Azure AI services, which we have Azure Machine Learning, Responsible AI, and Azure AI Foundry. So in Azure AI, like again, we have some, building blocks. Like for example, let's say in Azure AI services, we have Open AI services, we have speech studio, language studio, and compute studio, and translator, and language studio. We have responsible AI studios. We have different things. So in Azure AI services, again, we have every service is pre-trained. Like so, for example, it is trained with some set of data. It is trained with some set of data up to 2022, 2023, 2024. These all are pre-trained models. Like we, for example, let's take an example from OpenAI model. So in OpenAI, we have recently we saw one of the model, the latest model is GPT-5. So it is trained up to some kind of data. Like for example, let's take an example. Like you can ask any question to this OpenAI model GPT-5. So can you please tell me who is the Prime Minister of 2029? Because if you ask this type of prompt, you didn't get the proper response, because this OpenAI model, this pre-trained model don't have the real-time information, don't have the, future forecasting information. Okay, like it is happening in 2029, but this is trained up to 2022, 2023. But on that time, like what we need to do, so in the same scenario, like if you want to forecast, if you want to do anything, like what we need to do, we need to add drag as in data. So you know while what we can say, in the RAG is mainly we can call it as an external data. Like for example, this pre-trained models don't have your organization data, you don't have your personal data. So if you want to train for your organization, if you want to train the model for yourself, so this RAG is very important. So on that time, so we choose Azure AI services. And for example, let's say we have machine learning over there, like we have where we can reinforcement language. We have a lot of things we have to demonstrate inside this machine learning. In this machine learning, so like the full life cycle tools, like for example, let's say, so I want to build one O3 model, O4 model. So I want to design. So for example, let's say these all the Azure AI services here. So it is trained somewhere, right? So the training that mostly happening in machine learning, like so we have to train the model, we have to train the artificial intelligence. This way we have to, we can say models, so for example, let's say uh, DALI model will be there, and image generation. DALI is like, for example, it text to image model, and Sora will be there. Sora is one of the model that is generated by, developed by the OpenAI company. It is main purpose is to generate the output from the text to video model, right? Same way, like, so these are the models is mainly, made with the help of Azure Machine Learning, and we have some responsible AI toolings as well. So every model, so whether it is an don't care about like whether it is an Azure AI services, whether in Azure AI services we have like a OpenAI model and group models and Meta models and Mistral models and Hugging Face model, whatever the model it was. So every model is trained with some responsible AI tooling features. So for example, let's take an example. Let's take an example. So open your chat GPT, ask how to suicide, how to make a gun out of it. So it doesn't give, because like it is made with some proper responsible AI features, right? So every like responsibly feature is having, like for example, let's say, if you can ask this type of question, it doesn't give you the proper responses out of it. Okay. Now coming to the Azure AI Foundry. So comprehensive platform develop and deploy custom Copilot. Yes, definitely. Like for example, I have a business requirement. I want to develop an agent. I want to develop an, so for example, let's say chatbot. So the main thing is that like I need to choose Azure AI Foundry. In Azure AI Foundry, it's mainly so I have to develop. So what is this? This is my business requirement. Because I mean, based on my business requirement, I want to deploy in this particular channel, this particular. So by using Pro Code, by using low code as well. So we can directly export this Copilot, export this agents directly to the Copilot Studio, and then we can deploy into the some other channels with the help of Copilot Studio as well. Okay. Now, in Azure AI Foundry, yeah. So why we need to choose? Like, so there is an, I mean, like interrelations between Azure AI Foundry and local platforms, and it's like Copilot Studio. So where we can develop agents with the help of Copilot Studio, and we can also develop the agents with the help of Azure AI Foundry as well. And we do have some Visual Studio Code, so we can use the Pro Code with the fully into the SDK and GitHub and Azure AI SDK Foundry as well. And we have some models like so foundational models. So what is the basement of every model? Like so we have Azure OpenAI, like they have like I mean, GPT-1, I mean, I'm not sure, like GPT-2 or GPT-3 models onwards. So now we have the latest models are the GPT-5 models. So from the foundational models to the latest models, so the OpenAI companies evolved and these models also evolving, right? Like for example, let's say previously we don't have the image generation models. Previously we don't have the Sora models, like where we can develop, where we can generate the video out of it, right? So that's why we have some open foundational model, open source models. Yes, we do have open source models and task models and industry models. And everything will be available in single environment is called Azure AI Font. So where we can evaluations will be done, we have customizations will be happening, and we have governance will be there. As, I'm not sure like how many of you are aware of that. Like data governance is also an integrated. So data governance, there is a one service in Azure called Purview. So the Purview is now available in Azure AI Foundry. So that's why the governance is also happening in Azure AI Foundry as well. And we have the monitoring, like in the full SDLC, like we do have some monitoring options, like so where we can mainly focusing on these things. And in observability, like evaluation, customization, governance, and monitoring, everything will be comes under this observability. Like so we have to monitor, we have to do something like in Azure AI Foundry. So we can call it as whatever it may be in the observability. So these are the main concepts. These are the main pillars of evaluation, customization, governance, and monitoring. These are the main pillars. And the model catalog is the foundational models, open source models, task models, and industry models. These are, we can call it as model catalog. So everything will be available, whether it is an any model. I mean, we can call it as different models will be available. And yeah, I mean, before forward, like I shared a lot of information about this Azure AI Foundry, and we do have a demo regarding this that is already integrated. If you want, I can pay, or else like I already integrated. Maybe how many minutes it will be? Yeah, maybe better I can play this video. I mean, so instead of again doing the demonstration, so maybe I already integrated. Yeah, see. So here, this is my, I mean, like, so I already created some of the, I mean, like, models we have. So I used GPT-4 and GPT-O model. And here, like, we have, uh, I mean, like, so I added some description. So we have the hub display name as well. And we have the subscription ID, like I added the Azure and resource group. This is the resource group. And we have two models like GPT-4 and GPT-4o. And so these all are, we can call it as models and endpoints. And moreover, like I'll show you some more things. So we can use the project, so how many members can collaborate with me, and so connected resources, how many connected resources are available. So we can choose the connected resources as well. And if you want to create any new connection also, we can create. There is an option called connect resource, and this is Azure AI Search. And we have these are OpenAI and Azure AI Service and Azure Blob Storage. So there are two Blob storages as well, where we can integrate the new connections to this any project and all. Okay. and and we do have some overview, like so whatever you can create it and everything will be displayed in this overview. So like if you want, so I have three models, like I use like a GPT-4 and GPT-4o, and as well as embedded model. Okay. Here, yeah, So like I already deployed this GPT-4, so it is having like all the descriptions, like a deployment information and all. So like whether it is a production stage, whether it is succeeded or not. So we have endpoint and we have the like authentication key, I mean key as well, API key as well. So where we can integrate into our SDKs as well. And the model name and model version is so left stable status, and generally it is available. So it is public preview or like whether it is an generally available or not. Okay, and date it is created and everything will be there. So this is already I demonstrated. So because of your purpose, and we have some go-to project as well. Just tap on this one, and we do have some endpoint and keys as well. So here we have three capabilities: Azure interface, Azure OpenAI, and Azure service. So and we do have some project details, like we have subscription ID and subscription and location and everything will be available in the project details. And coming to this Conceto website, here we have some of the essential details and as well as some of the resources available. Okay. Now we do have like, so this is the latest Azure A service and Azure A project. So I created, and we do have some subscription like a key vault and as well as Azure search service or Azure storage, and so where we can store all the data under. Okay. Now we do have some model catalog. So as we already discussed something about what is the model catalog, and also why we need to use model catalog. So where we can see the all the models. So previously we do have like 1812 models available, but as of now these all are the like model catalog. So we can choose from any company like NVIDIA models and JSON and Hugging Face model, ST, Brillo, NTT Data, and Rockwell, Bayer, Coherence, and everything will be available. So we can choose, and we can also choose from the industries like customer goods, financial services, and manufacturing and mobility. And deployment. So we have some manager compute and API server, serverless API as well. So we can choose which deployment if we need. And if we have like, we can have like interface tasks as well. So text generation or text classification, summarization, image to text and text to image. So we can choose like which model we want, and everything we can choose with the help of inference tasks as well. And one more thing, the images segmentation as well, like zero shot image classification, text to speech and speech to text and text summarization and multi-object detecting. So everything will be there. But this is like this demo is a weak. I mean, like everything is same, but only thing is we do have only few options as of now. That is in Azure AI Foundry, but apart from everything is there. Like and fine tuning also we do have some fine tuning techniques where we can choose the which fine tuning technique we need, and licensing which licensing we need. So we do have different licenses as well. So we can select according to that one. And here there is a global search, like we in like which model we want. So five models are there, 5.3 models. So if you want to integrate 5.3 model, and also where there's purely like a chart completions model or text generation models are there, and image generation models are there. We can choose like which model you want and all. And here let's I mean we type the 5.3.5, and where we can choose which model we want. So 5.3 medium to 128K instruct model. So where we do have some details about this 5.3 model, and so what are the resources of this model, and so I mean like we do have some user guidance as well. And you can I mean you can choose, I mean everything will be available, like so what are the considerations and responsibility considerations, and what are the key features, and everything will be it will be I mean the whole documentation will be available in the Azure AI Foundry. So why we need to choose, and we have model benchmarks as well. So why, what is the I mean like rank of this particular model, and so everything you can choose with this one, and what is the benchmark as well. So everything we can choose, and so once it is suitable to our business requirement, we can use, and directly we can deploy into existing environment. So we do have like benchmarks, like it will populate the one x-axis and y-axis. It will like so quantity index, and as well as like everything, it will be compared with the some of the models as well. Okay. And we do have like, so these are a lot of things, everything will, and these all things will be available as now in Azure AI Foundry as well. So the only few models are whenever the ignite and build event is coming, the few changes will be there according to the, I mean, so some of the models will be retired. So I mean these things seem, I mean like we usually um see in whenever the is there any, I mean like what we can say, these type of things will be happening. what we can say, like any new events, new editions will become, so we can update the new models. Like so in this demo, like we didn't see any like GPT-5 model and all, right? So now we can able to see up to, in this demo only we are able to see GPT-4 model only. And so every model it is structured. So we do have some of the models like a detailed benchmark, existing code sample, licenses. So for every model it is explained. Okay. Now uh, here in this model, so new model benchmarks are available in new model catalog as well. So like everything, let's say, is there any announcement is happening, so it will be populated, it will be populated in the top of the section as well. And and also we can compare the models as well, so like we do have like so previously we have 1800 and plus models, model catalogs available. Now it's almost to 120 models max. Max 120 models will be there, because like most of the models I mean, I mean, so this Azure A4 even I'm not sure so why it is strictly 120. And previously we can, whatever the model you can able to, for example, let's say you created one model, you can directly deploy and you can choose that model as well. But now like they're strictly, and so they're following their rules, and so Microsoft stack as well. And we do have some embedding average, and so this is the model benchmark, like where we can compare like select a model and compare the model. So for example, if you want to compare with the group models, if you want to compare group models and along with OpenAI models, which model is best, and you can choose and along with that. But now here we don't have the group models and that, but we do have some of the models on. So that is the one case. Okay. Yeah. So these are the some of the how we can explore the and we do how to do all these things and all. Okay. I'll show you. So I'll show you how we can deploy these things and without delay, what is the time? Yeah, we do have 10 more minutes. I'll explain. Yeah, so whenever any model, like so now if Microsoft makes the platform as you are really makes the difference, which means that starting with the powerful models like a key, and we have seen how I brought the offering a foundry, and how to leverage the portal to find the right for your specific needs and all. So for that one, what we need to do, so we need to use the prompt engineering and designing models. So every model is trained with some set of data. So for example, most of the models is hallucinated. So if, as an AI engineer, as a prompt engineer, so we can easily hallucinate to every model. So but so we need to overcome that one. So why we need the prompt engineering, like so how to design these models, and how why for example, if you design any model, so it doesn't hallucinate with the user prompts and all. So we need to train properly, right? So for that one, so it mainly specifies the generative models are static, and generative models can be fabricated responses as well. And generative models do not have memory, like so we do have two memories, like short-term memory and long-term memory. So we have to take this as an like a prompting techniques while designing this input data and also model input data. So we have to retrieve everything. So how, what is the importance of this prompt engineering and everything we have to choose, and then we can train our models and all. Okay. So before that, I'll show you some of the concept and all. So we have systems, like we have in every system, like we have for example, let's take an GPT-4 or GPT-3.5 turbo model, or let's take an latest model of GPT-5. So every model is having and task and tone and safety and context and conversation history. So everything will be same for everything. And we have some parameters as well. Parameters like temperature and top PS and parameters. So we can change according to our situation, according to the business requirement, according to the accuracy, how it is giving, how it is performing, and everything it will comes into the picture while we can see in the prompt engineering ways. Like so we have the parameters. And this is the main important whenever we need to create any model according to. And we do have some user things like a prompt engineering, like so so the user has to ask different types of things, like it includes like question, instruction, and primary context and example and cues and everything. It is like a number of things will be there. And the final thing is like it everything, so immediate like system parameters and users and everything combined, it will get the final output. This is a that will be assisted by. Okay. And yeah, so whenever we need to create any model, like we need to give the clear instructions to our model, like whether it is I'm performing well or not. For example, let's say I want to create one Medicare AI agent where I can instruct to this model. So if you can perform this way, if you can perform this way, I need the responses in this way. Like you can collect, inform. I mean, the user has to provide only this information. So based on this input data, like you have to give the information, or else if you want to collect the information and then you can display the response out of it. You can give the model instructions clearly to any agent or any chatbot. Okay. So whether you can choose any model out of, I mean, that's no problem. Like whether you choose OpenAI models, whether you choose any like group models or any multi-cloud model. So that is not a problem. So yeah, only thing is that so if your model wants to perform well, you have to give your model instructions clearly. So like avoid assumptions. So this model don't want to assume like, okay, this is the correct way and this is the correct way, like that they don't want to assume. So that's provide the context is, so whatever you are looking for, whatever the, I mean, expectations from your any model, so you have to give the context clearly, so then only it will try to give you the proper response out of it and break down the request. So this is also one of the thing, and we have the provide details. So look, so I mean, whatever this, these are the things like here we see like avoid assumption, break down request, and provide details. So it is all or like some we have some prompting tuning will be there, and also for handling refreshes. So we have to make sure like so we have to give the so whatever the model it was, we have to give the instruction properly. We'll get the output out of it. Okay. Now, so like we do have some prompt engineering techniques. These are the some of the screenshots I added, and I already added one of the demo as well. So instead of this one, I can add some of I'll show you how to demonstrate under. Okay. And one more thing is, so add your data and grounding and customization will be there. Like, so data source. So what is the data source you are looking for? So like whether it is an complex data or whether it is access to the latest data, or whether it is sources like internal knowledge. So it is mainly comes under the retrieval argument. So here, retrieval augment generation. So we can simply call it as acronym word is like RAG, that we can call it as RAG, right? So what is the question? Like for example, here in for the first two section is question. So it will went to the query my data. Like for example, I ask my data. For example, let's take an example, my organization synapse. So we do have some of the employees, so some of the employees having their own data. Like for example, my question will be, so I want to ask what is the employee ID of Pratap. Okay, so this is my question, query my data. So it will be go to my database. So what is my database? So whether it is try to integrate to our models as well, like whether it is an internal databases or like external database, whether it is in data is in structured or unstructured or semi-structured. So we can choose that data and it will find it will try to retrieve the data with the help of our query and add results to the prompt. So for example, let's say uh, because of my input prompt, my question is like, what is the, employee ID of Pratap? So it retrieve the data and it is pass this data to the prompt. So this prompt, what it will do? So it will be augment will be happening in the prompt engineering request. So then it will be pushed to the query generator. Like, so for example, we are getting the response, right? It will be generated while, and this is one of the part in RAG and as well as in the model, while in the model construction as well. So these are the some of the steps. So questioning, get the data, and this data push into the prompting technique. This prompting technique again push into the generator. So generator will query the model again. So then we'll get the response out of it. So there are the different stages will be there. So it is mainly depends upon the whatever the data you are using. So I mean, like whatever the data, it will be like structured or semi-structured or unstructured, whatever the data it may be. So it is not a problem. So it is able to retrieve the data or not. So that is the main thing we have to focus on while adding the knowledge base to the any model. Okay. Then there are different techniques for retrieval like RAG. So one is chunking, vectorization, and ranking and indexing. So these are the four concepts of retrieval techniques. So these are the things we mainly focusing on the retrieval techniques as well, like RAG and all. And this is a vector search in Azure, Azure A search, and the vectors in databases as well. So we can use like Azure A search directly fetch from the somewhere from the Google or like Bing grounded search, or it will be. And we do have some databases like we have MongoDB, Cosmos DB, whatever the databases we can able to integrate to the model, and it will try to fetch out of it, and we'll get the responses as well. Okay. And yeah, every model is mainly built on trust. So whether it is what is your data, Your data is your data. Yes, of course, your data is your data, and you only thing is that you're adding your data to your model only. So that is one thing. Your data is not used to train the foundational AI models. Definitely. So, for example, let's take an example of O5, I mean GPT-5 model. So it is trained with some set of data, but it is not trained with our own data. Like if you can ask anything about you, and you can ask anything about your organization internal data, doesn't you? Because it is trained with some set of data. That's why your data is not used to train the foundational models. So these are the foundational models: GPT-4, 5, and 4.4, and these are the models. This data is not trained for that one. Okay, and your data is protected by the most of the complex enterprises, complex security and control. So mostly like one or two times I am able to see like so the data will be leak data breach will be happening. So very long back, like in 3 years back at the GPT-4 3.5 turbo model, so like only thing Samsung data will be Samsung or some company. I'm not remember back. Like the data will be data breach will be happening. So apart from that, everything is fine. So there is nothing will be there, and you have to trust this Azure AI model. So built on trust. So don't bother about whatever the data you are adding to your foundational models and all. And the last concept is prompting. So this is very very important. Like a language, like we do have some specification and tooling and runtime. So we mainly focusing on these things only. So without further, so I don't take too much time. I'll take hardly 2 minutes to deploy one model, and I'll show you out of it. Yeah. Um, portal.azure.com is the one of I mean official website of Azure portal. Okay, and I'll pick my account here. Just allow me some time. Okay, okay. This is Azure portal. So here we do have Azure AI Foundry. Like I'll show you how to create one Azure AI Foundry resource. So here so there are some basic details we need to fill, like so which subscription you are using. So I'm using three different subscription. I'll select as you go resource group, which resource group you want to deploy into your new Azure resource. And all I'll choose a Pratap, and name will be like something I can give. So and so this name will be unique one. Okay, so that's why I given some random blah 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 I can given, and I can given so we need to choose the region. So we do have some 60 plus regions throughout the world. We can choose which region you want to deploy. And I mean that too, like so in Azure AI Foundry, some of the services will only stick to the some regions only. So we can choose according. So here we do have almost 40 plus regions available in Azure AI Foundry. Azure AI Foundry is available in 40 plus regions. That is the one thing, and you can also choose the project name as well. So for this project, you need to create a hub, or else you can create the Azure AI Foundry hub. You can create. Then after giving all the details, like you just tap on next, and you can make all the networks identity encryption tags and review plus data as defaultly. So once the validation is completed, so you know uh, it will try to give you the final output. Okay, what we can say. Yeah, once validation is done, so we will then we can try to tap on create option. So I'm already created a number of options. I mean, a number of foundry, like a number of in the sense like there are a couple of 7 plus models already created. And here there's an option called once you tap on anything, so just go to the Azure AI Foundry model. Okay. Now, yeah. So here this is the like so we already in the demo, like demo video, we already see the model catalog and filters where we can see model leaderboards. So quality, I mean, we can choose the which model is best for quality purpose. We can go for the group 4 model, CFT and cost and thoughtful. So we can choose the leaderboards as well. So where we can see the you know like a model benchmark we can able to see, and see these are the things. So what is the leaderboard and all. Okay, and without further delay, I'll try to create one agent. I think I'm already created one agent. So my business requirement will be, I want to create one agent for, like for example, let's say it is like a medical agent only. So for example, if you have any concerns like medical concerns, like what we can say, any symptoms like, so if you are getting cold, if you are getting fever, headache and all. So like I mean, like you don't have, if you are rural background or you don't know like which model, I mean, what medicines you want to take for this and this concerns and all. So what you need instead of that one, so if you can create the medical agent, like where you can give, try to give you the what we can say, some instruction in the sense like whatever the concerns you have, it will try to give you the bits to medicines and nearby doctors and all, it will try to choose. Okay, and I already created one agent. Okay, so here I already given some, in the left right hand side we do have some agent name and agent ID deployment. I deployed the GPT-4.1 model as an deployment for this model. So whatever the responses I'm getting, so the responses generated model will be the GPT 4.1. Okay, and agent description. So you can give the instructions. So how your agent wants to perform, like what is the description out of it, what is the instruction out of it, and you have to choose everything. And one more thing, so you can also add the knowledge. So knowledge is in different formats. So like we already discussed something about whether it is structured, semi-structured, or unstructured format. Like so, like we can upload for, I mean, files. We can upload the Azure AI Search directly, and we can choose the fabric for the data, like for dashboard data, and everything will be comes from this some analysis part. We can use this Azure Microsoft Fabric, and we do have Sherpa and Bing grounded search and Bing grounded Bing customization as well. And these are, there are a lot of things will be there. So and we can also upload add the databases like Azure SQL and Cosmos DB for MongoDB. I mean MongoDB, and these are some of the things we can also add as a knowledge base, because whatever the data you are, I mean, providing to the users, it will be retrieved from this databases one. And we do have some actions like the code entrepreneur. So for example, let's say whatever the data, whatever the response you are getting, so if you want to populate in displayed in a like pictorial format, like a x-axis, y-axis, and everything, you can use it for code entrepreneur and OpenAI 3 special tool as well, and Azure Logic Apps. It is similar kind of Power Automate, like where we can trigger the, I mean, recurrence. Everything will be I mean, similar kind of this Power Automate as well. So these are the same things like custom function, Azure functions. I'll show you the actual working prototype. Okay. This is the agent playground. I don't. Okay. So this is like chat. I already given the instructions and agent description as well. So it is using Azure AI Searcher. So I'm not adding any like knowledge to this model. So directly you can get the response out of it. Okay. I'll try to say hi. So I'm greeting this. It just try to give you the, okay. So I'm getting um too cold, cough, and fever. So I given some random input to this model. Let's see whether it will try to give you the responses out of it. And see, it is giving some responses out of it. So here we can train our own model. Here train our own no agent. So then we can deploy into our model. Okay. Yeah, it is try. Yeah, thanks for sharing your symptoms. Called here is some of the common users for this concerns like details. So whatever the input data you are provided. So because of that input provided, it will try to populate some of the medicines out of paracetamol for fever and body ache. That means like temperature, body temperature, and anti-cold tablets for cold and runny nose, and cough relief syrup and tablets for cough and so. And also it is giving the tablets and syrup name and the price range. What is the price range of this syrup, and the platform where we can buy this platform, and purchase link. You can tap on this one, it will redirect to this one. See, I mean, I think sometimes it will doesn't provide the valid one. Sometimes because it is I mean, using this Azure search, right? So that's why we didn't get the proper response out of it. And so that is the, I mean, like this is the thing. So if you want to deploy the same kind of media, so you can use the Azure SDK. So for deploying, it will take a lot of time. So again, 1 hour, 100 of time. So now I'm open for questions. If you have any questions, and feel free to reach out to me. Let me share. Okay, I'll stop my screen and I'll share my LinkedIn ID. Okay, just reach out to me if you have any queries, if you have any concerns regarding artificial intelligence and machine learning and deep learning. and I'm happy to share my insights. Okay, and thank you so much. Thanks for joining, and over to you, Pritam.
Yes, thank you so much, Pratap. Thank you very much for amazing session, the demo session we had on. Thank you so much for being here as a speaker. We'll definitely look forward to have more sessions with you in the future. Would you mind like two, three question like the
Yeah, maybe I mean we are run out of time. Like maybe we can I mean whatever like you can just send me and I'll revert back to that person.
we can just take two, three questions and
Yeah,
then
okay,
we'll wrap up. Is that fine?
sure. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
fine.
fine.
Thank
That's
you
fine.
so much. Yeah, so the Wilbur is asking, is there a maximum character limit for prompt engineering when providing instruction to a model? In other words, is there a point which becomes too long or overly?
Sorry, like your voice is breaking. I'm not getting you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit. Good. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm repeating the question again. Wilmer is asking, is there a maximum character limit for prompt engineering when providing instruction to model? In other words, is there a point at which the prompt becomes too long or overly broad?
Yeah, that's thanks for it was great question. Like so we can able to see right, so in the text and we can use chat GPT or Copilot or Gemini models also. We do have a limit for every question, right? So it is whether it is 3,000 characters or 4,000. Yes, of course we do have 3,000 characters, so we can't execute more than that. So for example, let's say even we are also some of the people like so as an humans, so we are adding the same intelligence like how the human intelligence same way we are adding the same intelligence to the any artificial like I would so for example I'll tell you the what is artificial intelligence. So we can see sir, my mobile phone, so we are adding human intelligence to this mobile phone, we can call it as an artificial intelligence. Okay, so same way, for example, let's say as a trainer, as an like any unknown person is comes to you, it talks something about 1 hour or 2 hour without giving any back-to-back responses with delay and all. So you didn't understand what he's exactly saying and all. So same way, we every model is also trained with some purpose, trained with some pre-trained data and all. If you given some instructions having some limit, so up to this much of time, okay. So for example, if you want to talk this much of time, then only those people who wants to understand. Like here we have also this schedule this meeting for the 40 maximum of 40 minutes. So within that time only we can understand what is this concept and all. Same way any model is trained with some set of data. I'm set of instructions like that is the 3,000 character or 4,000 character. So we can execute that one. It doesn't give you the proper responses as well. You didn't get the proper output out of it. So that's why we have some restrictions in the prompt engineering. So how good your prompt within that character, I mean 3,000 characters, it will try to give you the response out of it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Pratap, for answering this one. I think we have already done with the schedule time. I would love to request all the participants. Please do reach out to Pratap. I've already shared his LinkedIn profile link over the chat box. Feel free to reach out to him. I believe he's more than happy to help you all. It seems like we should have another session with him to cover all the things, right? So thank you so much, Pratap, for being here again. Before I proceed further, would love to hear final thoughts from you for all our participants today.
Hello, I didn't get you. Like, yeah,
Pratap, I was asking you to share your final thoughts before we close the session to all our
okay,
participants today.
okay. Thank you so much. Like, some breaking will be there. Like, I didn't get you properly. Okay, so thank you so much for
Yes, sir.
joining. Like, if you have any queries related to all these concerns, if you need this deck, and please reach out to me. So definitely I can provide, and maybe this will be recorded in I mean different streaming platforms as well. You can reach out, and you can again you can just play that video. So maybe that you can understand better about the session and all. Yeah, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. So thank you so much, GSDC, and thank you, Preetham, for conducting this wonderful session.
You're
Bye bye.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pratap. Can you hear me? Or is Dear participants, I apologize. It seems like I've lost the connection. Can somebody confirm I'm audible to you all? Yes, thank you so much for confirming. Here we are. Here I'm giving you all today's challenge. Please take a screenshot of it. As you all must be aware that we are running these challenges. We are, this task has given by Pratap itself. So complete the task, and once you're done with your task, please post it over your social media networks and tag GSDC, because of course we'll be keeping an eye on it, and the one of the most creative one will be picking up and will be getting back to that professional for for rewards or a surprise gift that you'll be getting from the GSDC. So I hope you have taken the screenshot so I can move to the next slide. So as you can see, we have received so many responses earlier from the previous session. So do complete your task and do tag us, because that's how we'll able to track you, and we'll be definitely getting back to you with the surprise gifts from the GSTC. And here, let me make this announcement. Tomorrow we'll be having another challenge, and we'll be having this incredible speaker, Sakshar Dugal, with us. He's the founder at Global AI Leaders, and he'll be taking us through the topic that is education and learning. Create interactive learning quizzes with AI in minutes. So it seems like one of the important topic that he'll be covering. Please do join us on 16th October at the same time slot, that is 10:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 p.m. Singapore time. And let me make this announcement. We are having this another webinar series started from 13th October on driving efficiency and innovation manufacturing with generative AI. We have amazing panel of speaker aligned for this as well, who are industry experts, who are experts in manufacturing. So do join us with the time slot, that is 8:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Singapore time. Also, thank you very much. We do have these three winners who have referred maximum people to this session, and we'll be definitely getting back to them for the rewards once we're done with all the challenges. So you still have a time to refer maximum people and to be a winner, as all the winners will be featured on the GSDC Wall of Fame, and referring people to knowledgeable and powerful sessions like this. It's something like that we are taking a step ahead and becoming a thoughtful leader. So refer maximum people to our session and be the winner. And of course, we'll be getting back to you for the rewards that is worth $400. And scan this QR, connect with us over the LinkedIn, check up our website for more details, connect with us over the WhatsApp group to get daily update. And please do share your valuable feedback on the Trust Pilot. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's session. I hope to see you all for the upcoming sessions as well. Until then, please take care of yourself and keep learning. And I'll see you guys again. Thank you. Bye bye.